Hey guys, this is Josh F151 Tech back with another video. And in this video, I'm actually going to be talking about if rooting slows down your Android phone or not. So let's actually get into this video. So I actually have an article here. If you guys don't know what rooting is, I'll leave this article linked down below in the description. This is actually an article from a reliable source called Android Authority. And it actually says up here, root Android, everything you need to know. It says take your Android device as far as it will go. But I've actually made videos on my channel about why I actually unrooted recently, because there's an RCS messaging problem going on when you have a rooted Android device. I actually have videos on my channel talking about that. I have actually 3 different videos talking about there's problems going on with RCS messaging not working on rooted devices only. So if you guys want to check those videos out, they're on my channel. So what I actually wanted to make a video about, I thought about it because I started using my phone, and I can actually show you guys right now that my phone is not actually rooted. I still have root apps on my phone. I still have Magisk and stuff on my phone because I'm waiting for the RCS messaging fix to come along. Hopefully it'll be here sooner rather than later. But I'm not actually rooted. If I come into Magisk here, as you can see, if I try to tap on Super SU or modules, it doesn't allow me to. And then I can go into Conify here, which is a popular root app for like customization and stuff. And if I tap on Let's Go, it says root is not accessible. Looks like your device is not rooted. So I don't have my device rooted right now because I'd rather use RCS messaging, in place of root right now, because I just hate not having, not being able to use RCS messaging. That's a pretty big thing with me, to not, be able to use. So I figured that I would unroot my Google Pixel 8 Pro, until they come out with a fix for that. But what I actually noticed was, and that's what I want to get to in this video, so I figured I'd make a video talking about if rooting slows down your Android phone or your Android device. And I kind of think that it does, because I've noticed, I'm actually on the Google Pixel June 2024 update, and I actually noticed before, when I was using my phone, my Google Pixel 8 Pro, when it was rooted a day or so ago, I actually noticed that it was more sluggish, and, a little bit, not like sluggish to the point where you can't use it, but actually sluggish to the point where it was actually noticeable. Sometimes I would have some lag, sometimes I would have some apps that would open slowly and it would freeze, and it would jitter and stuff like that. And I haven't actually had that problem ever since I've been unrooted. I've only been unrooted for like a day and a half now. But I wanted to bring this to you guys' attention. If you guys have noticed this, definitely let me know down below in the comments. But, I noticed that my phone, like I said, it hasn't been running as sluggish. It's been a lot snappier. It's been a lot faster, with opening apps and closing apps, and stuff like that. I've noticed that. I don't know if you guys have noticed that as well. If you've been rooted and then you unroot, I don't know if you've noticed that, but I wanted to bring it to you guys' attention, about that. So, that's basically the video. I wanted to make a video on that. And I also wanted to see what you guys would have to say about it. When you unrooted your phone, did you notice that it was snappier? Did you notice that it was, just as slow? Did you notice that it was a lot faster or something like that? Let me know down below in the comments. But, that's basically the video. I just wanted to get this video out, and talk about this, because that's one of the things that I did notice as soon as I unrooted my phone. I myself, I've talked about this on my channel before. The only reason I'm not rooted right now is because of the RCS, messaging issue. But as soon as they come out with a fix for that, I'm definitely going to be going back to being rooted. But I would rather use the RCS messaging over root right now, to be honest with you, because that's a main feature, out there right now. And like I've said in my other videos, iMessage is going to be integrated with the RCS messaging soon. iPhones are going to be integrated with it, and Android, and stuff like that. They're going to be all integrated into one, like RCS messaging app apparently, or something, along those lines. So, it's a big feature that I don't, want to not be able to use, if my, device is rooted. Yeah, it is a downside that I don't have root access on my phone, but I actually did make another video on my channel a few hours ago, and I talked about a alternative, that you can actually use, and that's actually an app called Suzuku, and if I come into the Google Play Store here, I'll show you guys it. And as you can see, it's all called Suzuku right there. And it says right here, if I go into the about this app, it says Suzuku is an open source app for serving multiple apps that require root/ADB. So basically what that app does, I can actually open it up here, and it actually says Suzuku is not running. I'll actually start it here. And I'll actually go into the wireless debugging and turn that on, and I'll start it up here. And now, as you can see, it says Suzuku is running, and then it says I have authorized 13 applications to manage ADB or root access. So it's basically ADB. It's not actually root access, but it's kind of like root access, but it's not. So as you can see, I have Swift Backup, Amarak, SD-made, SE, System UI Tuner, which is a big one, Dark-Q, which allows you to do stuff like turn, apps from, force apps into dark mode, BAT, that gives you information on battery, Wi-Fi list, App OPS, Droidify, a third-party app store, Color Blender is kind of like Iconify, Simpleware settings, Smart Space will install with options, which actually allows you to, like install apps that are like outdated and stuff. So I still have 13 apps that I can use, with ADB commands instead of having, root access on my phone. So it's not, it's not really the end of the world, but, to not have root access. But like I've said on my channel before in my other videos, I've talked about it before. I'm one that, I feel, if I don't have root access on my phone, I feel like I'm not getting the most out of my phone. I feel like I'm not using it to its full capabilities. So that's just how I am. So I'm definitely hoping, that a third-party developer, for Magisk or, whoever comes out with like a module or something, to fix this RCS messaging not working on rooted Android devices, because it's really becoming a pain. It really is. And I'm not one to unroot my phone, normally, but like I said, for this case, I'm going to unroot my phone until they come out with a fix for this, because I'd rather use the RCS messaging, because a lot of people I know have Android phones, myself included, and like I said, they could integrate this with iOS any day now, iMessage, and stuff like that, and I don't want to be left behind, because my phone is rooted. I don't want to be left behind, in that coming stage, and, have to worry about not being able to use RCS messaging. So, for now, I'm going to remain unrooted. I'm just going to use Suzuku, like I said, and I'll leave that link down below in the description. You can find out more about that. I talk more about it in the other video, that I made a couple of hours ago. So if you want to check that out, it's on my channel, about the RCS messaging. I have 3 videos about that, on my channel. But this is, this video, that I made here, I just wanted to talk about, I just wanted to bring this to you guys' attention. If you guys notice that, when you are rooted, if your phone is a little bit sluggish, compared to it not being rooted, because I noticed that as soon as I unrooted it, I noticed that my phone wasn't as sluggish. Like I said, it's not sluggish to the point of being unusable, but it was still, not as fast. It just didn't seem as fast, when I had Magisk installed, Magisk Manager, that's the root, manager for Android devices nowadays. But, I noticed that, and I figured that I would make a video about it, and talk about it, and talk about, also why I'm not going to be rooting my, Google Pixel 8 Pro, again, until the RCS messaging is working. So, but anyway, yeah, guys, like I said, that's basically the video. Like I said, definitely sound off in the comments if you guys, have had a rooted Android phone and noticed that it's not as sluggish, after you unroot, or if you are rooted, you've noticed it being more sluggish, or apps, freezing, stuff like that. If you guys have noticed that stuff, because like I said, I noticed that, as soon as I unrooted it, and flashed the stock firmware, I noticed that it was not, as sluggish as it was. But, it's not really that big of a deal, but I wanted to bring a video out, like I said, I just wanted to make a video and talk about this, and talk about the RCS messaging and stuff a little bit further. But anyway, yeah, guys, like I said, that's just the video. Like I said, I just wanted to get a quick video out and talk about this a little bit. And like I said, definitely sound off in the comments. If you guys have any comments, definitely leave them down below. But I'll definitely leave the link down below in the description to the Shizuku app, for the Google Play Store, and I'll definitely leave the link down below in the description to the Shizuku, official website, so you can read a little bit more about that. And, also I'll leave the link down below in the description to the Android Authority, website right here that talks about the root, Android and everything you need to know, if you guys don't actually know what rooting Android is, or you want to learn more about it. So, but anyway, yeah, guys, like I said, just wanted to get this video out there, and if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, and until next time, guys.